Here we are on number 3, and we notice there's an x squared term and a y squared term, and we notice they are not equal, their coefficients are not equal, and they have the same sign, so that means we have an ellipse. The standard form for an ellipse is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1. Now sometimes we have the opposite. We have y squared over a squared plus x squared over b squared equals 1. And here it matters which is bigger, and if you recall, a is always bigger than b. So sometimes we have the larger term under x, and sometimes we have the larger term under y. And that will determine whether we have a horizontal or vertical, so we'll know in a little bit. So you'll just have to remain in suspense. Gather your x and gather your y, and put the constant on the other side. Alright, I think I did it right this time. Shocker. Alright, x's gathered, y's gathered, constant over here. We're about ready to complete the square here, but here we have to factor out this 9. And now we are ready to complete the square. What will we add? What will we add? It's a 1 here and a 9 there. We adjust by, this is really just a 1, but this is a 9 times a 9, so you must add an 81. What is the perfect square here? What's the perfect square here? X minus 1 quantity squared, 9 times y plus 3 quantity squared, and this adds to 36. This has to be a 1 in standard form, so we'll divide everything by 36. And reduce 9/36 can be written as 1/4. And so we do. And that's standard form. And now we can see that this is the larger number. When it's under the x squared term, it's a horizontal. So we have a horizontal. This is a squared, so a is 6. This is b squared, so b is 2. All right. So go ahead and ready for graphing. The center is opposite, 1, -3. And I went ahead and already put it on, 1, -3. Now we are going to take the a term. Since this is horizontal, we're going to go left and right. We're going to go to the left 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere about right there. To the right 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about right there. And we're going to go up and down the b, which was 2, up 2, down 2. Alright, now our challenge is to draw an ellipse, which is a rounded oval. It's not a diamond or a football. Alright, that's not so great either. Alright, so that is the correct position and sketch, so have at it. I think I might have time on this portion to go ahead and do our last one. So our last one that is remaining is this one. Here we have an x squared term and a y squared term. They're the same coefficient, unwritten ones. Same sign. So this is the circle. Gather your x together, gather your y, move the constant to the other side. And that's the standard form that we're going to work toward. And now we will add the special number to complete the square. Here it will be a 1, here it will be 4. 1 and 4. We will add 1 and 4 over here to adjust for that. So then we have the perfect square, x minus 1, y plus 2, both squared, and 16 appears on the right. We are in standard form, so the center is opposite, opposite, 1 minus 2, the radius, this is r squared, so the radius is the square root, which is 4. So we got 1 minus 2, and we have r is 4. Ready for graphing. There's my 1 minus 2 radius, so I'll just count in any direction. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and try to make a circle that big. Yeah. Alright, what I would like you to do is indicate to me what the radius is supposed to be, because it's hard to tell what you're trying to get at if you're drawing like I do. Alright, those are the 4 that will carry you through the test on those particular topics. There's also partial fractions, and 3 types of those: regular, repeated factors, and quadratic factors. And the other topics are, what are they? We have partial fractions, conics, graphing polar equations, which I also reviewed tonight in my original video, and what's the other one? Binomial expansion. Alright, those are 2 very recent topics. Alright, I wish you well on your test. Have a good evening.